This is what's going to happen. A lot of guys that don't do it correctly. Usually the Muay Thai guys, they make sure that, hey, they pivot very well on that front foot. So watch this. This is okay. Shh, I'm protected. A lot of guys, when they do in MMA, they go like this. Shh, that's not okay. Because I'm going to see it, I'm going to pump you with the right hand. I'm going to take the kick. Well, I can't take it. I'm pumping with the right hand. So the way I do to avoid that, I train myself. I'm going to take here like a kind of a center line. I'm going to cross the center line with my arm. Okay? And this is the way I kick. I go like this, I'm going to cross it. So I know even if you punch me with any kind of punch, I'm protected. All right? So this is the way I do my kick. And I'm protected. Okay? This is one little tool that I can give you. So this is what we're going to do now. We're going to do, the same person is going to do this. And you can move a little bit. And then you're going to do the switch, do the same, and the other leg. And you're going to do midsection. Okay? But make sure, what I try to explain to you is just make sure that you keep your hands up. You can cross it. Try to cross and you'll see what happens. Okay? Maybe that's going to help you out. Okay? Make sure you cross the center line with your hands. Now, if somebody tells me it's not powerful enough, I'm going to do a demonstration on them and you'll see it's very powerful. What I do is, watch this. This is where a lot of muscles. You feel it. So when I throw the kick, I relax, and at the end, I really put the power into it, just at the end. And that's very important and pushes the speed. Okay? Go.
Guys, real quick, one thing also to focus on because of the MMA factor and getting your kicks caught, get that foot back on the ground. Don't leave it on the guy. Olivia's going to do it again. Watch how fast he gets his foot back on the ground. Nice. See, the retraction's as important, if not more important, than his actual initial start.
So even if he shoots on me after he goes, I'm protected. I can do it. Okay? Make sure it's very important. So don't get lazy, guys. I see a lot of guys that get lazy when they train. Don't. If you want to become a professional, make sure you go hard at it. But don't, you can start very slow. This is the way I train. Slow. I get the rhythm, muscle memory, and then I go a little bit harder. And to make sure I'm in the right position, I can even couple punches. Time, go. Freddy is going to punch me. He's going to do any kind of punch. Okay? Any kind of punch. Ready? Go. Right. I don't get hit. Why? Oh, shit. I don't get hit. Just on the head. You got it. It's the head. Okay, so this is what we're going to do. This is actually, it's made actually for a very strong hook. Okay, it was made for that. Like example, if he's going to throw me a left hook, and you know this guy is really good with a left hook. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to make sure I protect the back of my head. Make sure the elbows are up, okay? And watch this. Go ahead. I block you out of the shoulder. Go ahead. That hurts? Okay. So what we're going to do is this. The other person is going to throw the hook pretty hard. At the beginning, go slow. And slowly and slowly, you go a little bit harder and faster. Make sure you keep your hands up. Bring your right hand and cover your ear and keep your elbow up. With the other hand, you're going to cross. Remember, you're not going to get knocked out. He touched me on the top of my head. I didn't fall down. The reason for that is why? Because this didn't turn. I got stuck here. I'm going to get cut, but I'm not going to get knocked out. So the exercise is going to be this. You just go slow first. Go ahead. Just a hook. Just a hook. Go ahead. So go slow first. You can turn on the side if you want. Okay? One side, and then we switch. Go.
One of the things that's really impressive about Olivier is the fact that his game is quick. He's not about power. One of the things is obviously power is a big thing in training, but because of his speed and his finesse, that's what gives him his power, and he's not tense, all right? So big in MMA, Muay Thai, whatever. I always tell the people when they're fighting, you know, don't worry so much about hitting the person hard, because what happens, they get in a fight and they want to wind up their punches, they end up missing, or they end up getting too tight. I say the biggest thing, how fast can you get that leather from here to the face? You don't have to worry about hitting hard during a fight, all right? You want to knock the person out. You're going to go for it. What you have to worry about is how hard the wind-ups and trying to kill the person. You end up getting tired, right? You end up blowing your timing, all right? Because the way you hit the mitts, all right? If you train like this and hit the mitts going, you know, that's what happens. That's what it looks like in the fight. But when you're doing the mitts, what are you doing? You're going pop, wop, 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 pop, pop, and trying to get nice and quick and finesse. That's why when we're doing our focus mitt drills, which we're going to do a little bit later, we focus on speed, all right? How fast can we get the hands there? How relaxed those shoulders are? Always thinking about your cover, all right? Super important. So that's why I really like the way he's moving right now, because it's very quick, it's very fast, and it's very precise. Huge part of the game, and a lot of times missing, okay? Now, I'm going to bring in another way to block, and I kind of worked, one of my fighters, James Cook, moved out to San Francisco and started training at Fairtex, and he's really a right-hand man of Jungsanan. He's got right around 60 Muay Thai fights now, and he's fought all over the world, Holland, Thailand, Japan, Canada, just all over the place. Got a real good fight game, and he brings Jungsanan back and forth, so we get a lot of little tricks from him. And he used to be called the Wooden Man, Jungsanan in Thailand, all right? Back then, he was a very aggressive, straightforward fighter, like that power, that really hard checking block that you just learned. That's what his game was, forward, forward, check, hard. Now he's older, and probably not the last time, the time before that, he was back at the camp. He goes, he watched the film, he goes, oh yeah, Wooden Man. He goes, now, Smart Man. He's older, he can't fight the same way. And he said he made a reputation out of it, but it's also a hard way to train, to teach your body, and just to live with a body that's constantly taking that abuse. So he tried to change some things, and he wished he would have kind of done this a lot more when he was fighting, to tell you the truth. So we're going to kind of work with the cover first, all right? So, borrow over here, Laurent. All right, now, generally, a lot of times when he's like throwing the round kick, we just did a whole bunch of round kicks to the rib, so he's throwing the round kick to rib. Boom! He's coming right here. Of course, you have your regular covers that we just worked, all right? So now, one of the things that he was working, because sometimes you're trying to get into the clinch, is every time the cover came, he would be right here, right inside the leg. But now watch what's going to happen. I'm going to go whack, right inside of the clinch, all right? So right when I'm in here, maybe you take stick and boom, you hear, next one, boom, into the clinch, all right? So notice I knock inside the leg, so don't kick super hard, all right? Because you can take it right in the middle of the thigh, all right? So it's a get clinch game. Maybe take a shot, you hear, hit, step in, all right? Now when I get to the clinch, one thing that's important is having your body 100% attached to your partner, all right, to your opponent right there. So after I make the clinch, I step. I don't want to be out here. See this space here? This space will get you in trouble, okay? I don't have as much control over his body at this point. One of the things now I'm going to switch into another person who worked a lot with us is Gordy Morgan. He was an Olympian and Greco, All-American collegiate wrestler, very good wrestler, and now a very good coach. So his whole thing is this elbow stays up, pointing to the wall, all right? If I have my arm down, he can pull my arm down, all right? It's harder to control that clinch. Arms up, he tries to pull it down, it's much harder to pull down, all right? Second part, my body is in, right here. Right now, you see how I can control his body. It's much harder for him to start to try to get that arm down, and it's harder for him to control, you know, his balance. Because I'm going to be pushing into him, pushing into him, pushing into him. All right, very big position, especially against the cage. All right, or just in fighting, getting that underhook and understanding that body clinch. Okay, so all we're going to do is start out right here. I want you to time the shot, hit inside, and see I'm walking forward right away. My elbow's up. I'm looking for this hand, having total cohesion to your partner at this point.